We got ourselves team 1 together with, oh, what is my camera doing? We got Barack. I was about to say, is that bear or is that feral? I am hoping feral. Looks like feral. Looks like cat in bear form. I do like the neon bear forms though. I always enjoyed those. We got Grifko on that team. Holy Size, the Retribution Paladin, Pikachu on the Affliction, as well as Shamtard on the Enhancement. Katarina going to be first up over the team 2 versus Stealthy Barack, man, skulking around and doesn't get himself that rank opener for Cat. That's going to be huge in terms of just living a little bit longer. We got ourselves keep smiling over for the team 2 with Kiosko. Literally in the corner, I guess gonna go dead last, huh? Nigel as well as Plush waiting their turns as Cat trying to see if they can veer around the feral druid. For Barack though, I think he needs the most amount of bleeds. Getting those big bites, bash, trick, and force out of Cat is gonna be able to get himself a lot of healing. Lots of damage to Barack though while he's out in the open. The man does have big defensive in case he wants to use it, but doesn't feel like he needs to. That is a full touch of the match. I do really want to play this low. It's going to be in that execute range. I don't even know how you crawl out of this one. You might have to go hard to the wild, big healing, try to go for a bit of a ring of fire. It's going to be Barack catching up a little bit of health with that Warlock Healthstone, helping him stabilize, but I felt like the guy was maybe being a little bit too reckless. Is able to force a block out of a mage though, so at this point, the only big wall that you have to fight through versus the mage is gone entirely. For Cat though, they have plenty of damage. Unable to deny the stealth opener is going to be a stun. Blink forced out. Breath cannot really control the feral all that easily since you can't polymorph these things super well. Touch of the Magi is on and maybe big damage. Barack bailing out of the look at the damage Arcane can do within just like a small setup. Trying to go for big blast right after. Barack looking for a bit of healing with the regrowths. I don't even know if that's going to be enough. Maim unable to force a blink out of Katarina. Unless maybe the blink can just try to stay on you. I think he's trying to see if he can play around the blink, right? I'm gonna stun you. I know you're not gonna use it until you really need a defensive or really need mobility, like absolutely need it, or you're gonna lose. I don't know, maybe leverage that as best as I can. For Cat though, you have reversal, you have alter time, so I wonder how you play your reversals, because I feel like Seabark plays normal blink, but he feels like he might as well have like 20 shimmers. He's just everywhere and nowhere all at once. Blink immediately as Barack trying to get some bleeds in. Temporal up for Cat. Maybe that'll be enough to temper the damage. Bash there can't really stop it. Has himself access to human racial, so maybe he should be looking at that sometime soon. But if Barack can get himself the fattiest bleeds of the Cat with a big feral frenzy and swarm and everything, looks like he got the swarm at the very least. Missing that skull bash interrupt though for Cat though, unable to actually does go in for big damage. Touch the Magi, big opportunity, big surge damage. Got himself Warlock Hellstone. Barack not really looking that amazing, but maybe Barrage's main short onto Cat does go for the human racial. An actual normal trick, and instead big damage, but Barack does end up surviving. It doesn't even use Heart of the Wild either. He just trying to see if he can play it super steady, but the arcane missiles are chipping away at you little by little. Just the mage is so close to being dead. You just get a little bit more damage. Trying to see if you can just moonfire him down. Maybe one more bite. Does go in burning a trinket just to see if he can take down the arcane wizard. With Plush gonna be up next. Barskin. And he actually cut up a lot of health really quickly, huh? Really quickly. The man is just feeling himself right now when it comes to the self-healing. Catching him on a reset, and Plush cannot even get a proper open on the guys. So for Feral Druid, that actually might be the play. Picking up eyes, if you can get Plush out, deny the rogue stealth opener is going to be a cheap shot. Cold blood, do you have anything for this one? Might be done and done for the Feral. Does go for the tricky cheap shot while it's on a cat form. Does end up shadow striking you down. There's nothing you could have done at the end there. Absolutely nothing. And I feel like shifting out of form, if you are going to shift forms, I would shift out of like Cat into at least Bear, at least maybe get some Frenzy or something going, right? Enrage, oh no, Enrage regen, that's the one. Frenzies, regens, I get them all mixed up all the time between druids and between warriors. Gonna be an opener, but Plush, but Shamtard already immediately lassos the guy as enhanced with Shaman. Playing what looks like a maybe a random RNG burst build. Plush force out a trinket as well as a shadow meld and a vanish really early into this encounter. What was this yours? Thunder, Plush with a stun, mad damage on a Sham though. Holy, what is happening? Sham just absolutely blasted this boy to smithereens. Plush immediately tucked tails and ran. He got himself a reset. Did you just whisper me? I swear I heard a blue post. Not a blue post. I heard a whisper. Like when you get whispered in game. I swear I just heard that from you as you stood still, Plush. What was that? Shamtard absolutely just putting out the numbers, but he doesn't have a trinket anymore. So for Plush, this could be the perfect situation. Sham did end up burning trinket. Guardian. He does have a wall. I don't know how you can pre-wall plush, but I think that's why he's hanging out next to that totem, right, in case the rogue gets rooted. Trying to be extra careful. Sap around the corner. Plush should have himself the cleanest go. Sham trying to go for a knock. What is happening? That was the laggiest knockback ever. It's going to be big secret technique. Wall out for Shaman. And Plush has himself evasion, but no escapes. If he gets caught out again like this, and the Shaman able to really get some damage in through the evasion, it feels like it's a defensive, but it absolutely does nothing. Sham get into Rucha, try to go for the stun. Stun right after. Maybe big damage. Big Ellie Blast. Second stun totem does come through either way, though. Does the Shaman have enough? Plush. Oh, cheat death blind. Last second. Do you still die? Flame shock. Banish. Oh, no, 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 no. For Sham, though, he got the rogue so incredibly low. But Plush does get himself one more reset. I don't know where. Was there no flame shock at all? I feel like if there was no flame shock, at least get the rogue out of stealth or something. But no, I think this man is just playing like super bursty. Is he just gonna be out here? I feel like Sham could play around the eyeballs, but that might actually just be like worthless. Plus, try to see if he can sit down for some food. Sham should be able to maybe see him. No, sap right after. At least the rogue is denied a little bit of feast. As soon as Plush got hit, dude, this man's been sucking tail running. Gouge with a trinket not available. Knockback onto the rogue. Does go for cold blood with a secret. Does secret technique even do much damage? Hard to tell. Sham might be in a bad spot. Burrow down for a second. Got himself the Guardian. Maybe could use that. He's actually on top of the rogue, knocking him up in the air. He's able to Ellie blast him out. Trinket available for Sham in case he needs to. Guardian is up. Needs to do as much damage and healing as possible. Gouge last second for Plush. But it's going to be a Trinket out of Sham. Plush has no vanishes, nothing out. It's going to be Lasso. Somehow breaks it into an Ellie blast and does end up taking him. This is where he needs to find a way to just pick up a little bit more survivability. Rooting out, keep smiling. Is going to be a stun totem right next to him. Helping him ends up getting some control out of it. Going to be a wall for smiling though. If you can somehow bail away, wait out the wall, you might actually be okay. And you have the what is it, the succubus right next to you to generate resource off of. Man, this guy's a slammer, dude. I miss Sham. I miss Shamtar. This man, dude. Oh my goodness, this guy is a pumper. Smiling though, hits Sunder. Gonna be Infernal dropping down. Sham does have a wall for this one. Might be looking at a wall right now. Are you going for chain lightnings instead of lightning bolts? By the way, it might be. I'm not sure. It's hard to tell. Big damage, Sham. Do you have anything for this one? Does that a pressing wall? What looks like last second. Maybe has a Warlock Hellstone. Trying to live this as best as he can. Ellie blast back and keep smiling. If you can maybe interrupt him, might be okay. Trying to see if you can maybe live. Oh no, there's not much you can do at the end there though. He did the very best he could. Pikachu up next. Immediate Mortal Coil. As smiling already dotted. And it's already starting to feel the rot right now. It's starting to feel pressure out of a affliction warlock as Pikachu going in for a bit of a drain. Pikachu not having a pet is going to limit his ability to do to CC, but his damage, I mean, the constant pressure smiling is not feeling that good. 39% dampening. Mortal Coil. Maybe Pikachu can get himself a good angle. Trying to go for Soul Rod. UA. I don't even know if UA attached. Maybe, but the man's just melting. Wait, I think you just die, right? If you just wait this out. Stun. Trying to go for Immolate. Mortal Coil maybe. Pikachu just pop into defensive. Got himself full Dark Glare too, so the dots are on smiling. They're gonna get extended. Especially if there's a UA, then you might be in a fantastic spot. Gonna be portals opening up around the corner. And the Warlock getting hit with a succubus. You see, that's gonna be a Mortal Coil right after. Smiling, that needs to get some Chaos but looks like the pet is dead. His pet died. Eventually, just everything dies around this man. And smiling is not long for this world. Trying to go for Drain, but the glare does work. Kiosco, last one left. Was it really last one left on this team? But did everybody get to play in team 2? Last one left, trying to see if he can fight through the Warlock into a silence. Got himself full death shotgun. Mad Burst go with a scatter for just a second. That's going to be Pikachu trying to see if he can bail out of this situation. Looking for light aside. Portal as the Hunter charges at him. Mortal Cold is available. Needs to go for a heal as soon as possible. Trying to go for a fear. Is going to be able to get a fear. Drain life onto Kiosco. Trying to get as much survivability as he can. Freezing trap. Kiosco with a shield immediately. I think it was not the cloak. I think it was the necklace shield. Does get himself the kill shot on the guy. Flare down his nose. The Grifka is going to be up next. Man walking out there. Shadow Blades is ready. Kiosco is not going to have an easy time whatsoever. Scatter as the man goes in for a Trinket? Or did Trinket the Scatter? I'm not even sure. Kiosco needs survivability right now, but I think it's just done, right? Yeah. I think it's just over, yeah. That is unfortunate. That was a lot of damage from the boys, though. Not everybody got to play him, but everybody on Team 1, Team 2, rather, got to play. Or did everybody... I think everybody but Saya got to play, yeah? Or am I wrong about that one? But it felt like that was pretty good. I like that. Let's get us another going. EU, yes, Greek yogurt.